Slamdown is sponsored by BODYSLAM and Jam and WWE SmackTalk. Welcome to another edition of Slamdown. Our apologies earlier for the technical issues, and there's another gremlin coming up now. There's always that one, isn't there? But I'd rather just have that error at the start of the show and then the rest of the show to be fine. But yeah, right, what I'm gonna do is, I said loads of points earlier, so I'm just gonna restart because I know some people might have not heard what I said because of the technical issues. Today we're going to be covering about Impact Wrestling, the latest show that was televised, but we're also going to be talking about the future of TNA. Where's TNA heading? The problems with TNA. But before I get too critical on TNA, I'm going to give you the overview of Impact Wrestling and give you all the points. And then after the show, we'll talk about more about the future of TNA and about their network deals. So starting off the show, we had a video package which was showing a recap of Ethan Carter III defending his #1 contendership against Eli Drake. And basically showed the highlights of the match and showed that EC3 beating Eli Drake. But with EC3 beating Eli Drake, it means no longer Eli Drake is allowed to talk. He's not allowed to promo. He's not allowed to talk to the fans. He's got to be basically mute for a whole year. And we saw Eddie Edwards come to the ring after the match, basically saying that he's the champion, and EC3 saying it's going to choke him out. Then the camera zoomed and we went straight into the Impact Zone, where we saw Moose head into the ring. Because last week he stunned Aaron Rex to win the Impact Grand Championship. And so he's got the Grand Championship on his shoulders, talking to the fans about how his whole career before wrestling, how, you know, when he was in the NFL? Yeah, the NFL, that how he always had to listen to the coach and work as a team, and basically saying now he stands on his own, and did it on his own with no one coaching him or telling him what to do or working as a team. As he's giving this promo, Drew Galloway comes out, heads down to the ring, basically saying because he's gone a while, and says that he's been held back, that the TNA hasn't given him the recognition after his injury, and challenges Moose to a match. But as he challenges Moose, Aaron Rex makes his way down to the ring and comes down. Sorry, I lost point. Comes down to the ring and challenges Moose and says to Moose that in his rematch clause, he's entitled to a rematch. And that was basically it, to be honest. I was expecting more, but it cut to advert. And then after we come back after commercial break, it was the match itself. People who watch this show know I don't go too much detail into the matches because I want people to watch the matches. Because one thing TNA is really good at is putting on amazing wrestling matches. It's something TNA's always been good at. You know, their gimmicks and the storylines might not be so great, but their matches are always top quality. But I'm going to cover about TNA in its future after the show anyway and go more in detail about that. But we had Aaron Rex taking on the champion Moose for the Impact Grand Championship. In this match, we did see Aaron Rex hit a couple of punches, dive away from Moose, because the Impact Grand Championship is done on a point system where you have 3 minutes rounds and the judges award points. And after 3 rounds, whoever's won the most rounds wins, or in case of a draw, it goes to the judges. We saw Aaron Rex take round 1 and take round 2. But then in round 3, we saw Moose hit his finisher and win and still be Impact Champion. Then it went to another commercial break. It cut to a scene where an interviewer man asked Drew Galloway how he feels about getting passed over for a title match. Galloway says he blames the company. They wouldn't have the finals in the tournament. They put him at the back of the line, and he broke himself for this place. But he won't fly off the handles. He's still a leader, and he still knows what's best for the company. This is the bit I found a bit weird. And this is why I found it weird. They put Mandos versus Aiden O'Shea in a match. There was no reason behind the match. They didn't say this is punishment to Mandos for what he did last week. They didn't say that the boss, there was nothing. There was just, all we saw was Mandos come into the ring, Aiden O'Shea come out, and they had a match. There was no mention of why the match is happening. There was nothing. And it feels to me that badly written. Really badly written. It seemed like just a throwaway. The match itself was brilliant. And I was impressed with the way they made Mandos get the victory in this match. And the way they put Mandos over was amazing. But the lack of commitment to the match by the writers, the lack of the missing dialogue, you know, you've got to... The way I would have done this, and this is, you know, I would have had Aiden O'Shea come in the middle of the ring and say, the boss says... No, it says, calls out... No, actually not the boss says. Calls out Mandos and says to Mandos, for your actions last week against DJC, as punishment, you're going to have a match tonight against me right now. Go that way. Then people know why the match is happening. It just seemed... Everything at TNA at the minute is so clustered. Then we went... After the match, we went to a commercial break where we saw Mahabali Shera and Al Snow head into the ring with straps on their wrist. The Tribunal came out and basically leading into a double strap match, which we haven't seen in a while. And I'm happy TNA are trying to do a bit something different now and not have the same matches repeated. Not same matches repeated, same match type repeated. You know, we haven't seen double straps. It makes it more special when you haven't seen a match for a while. We know the Tribunal are leaving the company. They've already announced this. So that's one thing nice. You know, they've announced this so we know the Tribunal are leaving. Um, it was an even match. To be honest, it was all right. I can't oversell it, but it was all right. But I am going to actually. I want to quickly do this quickly. I'm just going to quickly go back to the start, and I apologise for this. The Aaron Max versus Moose match, I'm going to give 3 out of 5. I'm trying to find the next bit. The Mandos Aiden O'Shea match. I'm going to be nice on this one and give it a 3.5. I know I said about the stuff not making sense. It was a good match, and I'm going just on match. And the double strap, it was funny. It was all right. 3 stars again. Then we went to another break, and then we see Matt Hardy sleeping away, having weird dreams, and dreaming about the weird clown bed that Homer made Bart in the Really Old Systems episode. Except Matt is the clown or something. A cartoon Matt Hardy without a jaw all over the world on buildings, and Matt suddenly wakes up laughing and freaks out a bit, and maybe he just needs some more. He starts shouting, "Apocalypto." Okay. EC responds to Eddie Edwards' promos and says he doesn't believe in luck, he believes in fate, and fate is what led him here, blah, blah, blah. Just basically promo stuff about their match tonight. Inside the Impact Zone, we saw the broken Matt Hardy is coming to the ring with the rest of the Hardy House in tow. Matt enters the ring, followed by Rebby, Maxwell, and Brother Nero. Tonight is a special night, Matt says. He says that they're all hyped. In 7 days, Matt will be presenting the most extraordinary event known to mankind, the most extraordinary wrestling event in the history of the industry, so massive that Dixie Carter couldn't promote it, so delightful that Mick Mahan couldn't pronounce it, even the Heyman couldn't. Only the broken brilliance of Matt Hardy could. In 7 days, he will be presenting 2 hours of Impact from the Hardy compound, which will see all your favourite knockouts. Senor Benjamin, Vanguard 1, and King Maxwell will make his Impact Wrestling debut. And the main event, a tag team Apocalypso. Brother Nero defend the World Title Champions against all comers. Any tag team that wants to abandon their little contracts are welcome. It will be non-stop deletion. Gregory Helms comes to the Impact Mounds and said there's something going on in North Carolina and he wants to be the first to accept the invite. Matt cuts off and says he's looking forward to see the obsolete 3 count back in action. If not that, then maybe one of the robust superheroes. Helms says that Andrew Everett and T. Leverly will be there, and Matt Hart says they will be deleted. Decay make their way out. Helms runs through the entrance route. Matt looks excited at their appearance. Rosemary asks if their silly little Hardys thought they were fought. Jesus Christ. If Decay thought what the Hardys did, yeah, this is just fucking garbage. Basically, Rosemary, if they fought the Great War, well, this is a piece of shit writing. Basically, so they were going to thought the Great War was bad. Wait for this. Decay basically saying the Knockouts Championship is now in the hands of a demon. To get it, they fought Gail Kim into retirement, destroyed her Warrior of Light. Abyss threatens that they don't want Decay to come back to beautiful Carolina. Decay are the Death Dealers. Karivi says that the last time they were in Cameron, they took Matt's child, and that was just for fun. This time they'll take everything. Matt say all they had to do was accept an open invitation. There's no need for all this drama. But Decay are demons, and they're not smart enough. Matt invites them with open arms, but they will not. They will be part of Total's non-stop deletion. Greg Helms is in the ring, mocking Decay. Turns around, and Matt Hardy hits him with a twist of fate. God. People who will write these views. Just, yeah. Because I've watched the show myself and everything else, and I've written my notes, and then I just have a open site just to check through anything to make sure I haven't missed anything over. We saw Laura Van Ness with Maria Kanellis Bennett taking on Ellie. I don't really like... I'd like the Ellie character, but I don't really like the way she's being used or portrayed. You know, you hear the fans chanting Cherry Bomb. You know, the fans know it's a wrestler that was called Cherry Bomb, you know, in the indies. Why are you saying she can't wrestle and all this when the fans are doing something different? It's just, yeah. It's just whatever. But it was nice to see that they're actually nicking a WWE move with Laura Van Ness using the curb stomp. But I think that could work in TNA's favour. Because fans love the curb stomp. And I know it's someone else doing it, but, you know. But Ali got the victory by a reverse DDT in the end of that match. I'm going to have to say it's 2 out of 5. It was really bad. We did see that she did announce that Braxton Sutter's been training her. That's it. The main events. Ethan Carter III versus Eddie Edwards. As you know, I don't go into too detail about the matches because I want people to watch them, of course. It was a good match, actually. It ended in a no contest, but it makes me believe next week something's going to happen. Are they going to have a match at non-stop deletion? And if you ask why I said deletion like that, you know, it's the Hardys, it's their gimmick, you know. They can't moan at me for copyright infringement, but hey-ho. But yeah. The whole show in general, 2 out of 5. Because the poor storytelling and the poor gimmicks is what makes TNA suffer. To me, TNA is struggling. You know, they're trying to be WWE-like. And that's like having Spider-Man, which is your WWE, going against the, what's their name? I'm going to get shot for this. DC Comics, and then making, what's another name for a spider? Tarantula Man. That's green and blue. And it's exactly like Spider-Man, but just a copy. And you know, a bad copy. What one are you going to watch? The WWE, which is the original, or a bad copy? You're going to watch the original. And this is what TNA needs to realise. You can't be a copy of another program, another wrestling company. You can't do it. You will not be successful in the long term. You know, if you look at companies like Ring of Honor, Lucha Underground, there's something different. You know, TNA used to be that different promotion. You know, we had the X Division match, we had AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle, amazing matches, amazing stories, and, you know, TNA was shooting up. You know, got all the way up to 2 million views. Hogan joined, they hit 3 million. Then Hogan and Bischoff started changing stuff, and it was on a downcline. Even when Hogan and Bischoff left, the downcline's still happening. You know, some of the ratings I've seen are some of their lowest ever. Now, we've heard all the news with Billy Corgan basically saying that Dixie's a sociopath. I believe it. I believe everything he says because if you look at history, if you look what's happened with TNA and everything that goes around it, it seems to always revolve around Dixie. And Vince was right. And Billy Corgan's right, where he says it's Dixie's plaything. And that's what TNA is. You know, it's sad to see. And I do hope that someday she's no longer with TNA and has nothing to do with it because she's destroying the company. You know, TNA was this great product, but now it's suffering because of her actions, her decisions, her way of interfering. You know, she could have simply sent back and said, right, I'll let you run your ideas, the production, everything else. I'll go back to Nashville. I'll do the advertising. I'll do all that kind of stuff. You run the wrestling business. But no. As soon as he started running it, she started undermining him. Started getting people to listening to her, not him. And this whole drama started, and it was ridiculous. You know, absolutely ridiculous. And this is what seems to happen all the time. All the time. It needs to stop. Dixie needs to realise now she needs to let it go. She needs to move on. She needs to let someone take over the whole of TNA. Or she needs to be a silent owner. She needs to sit in the back, not do anything, have nothing to do with it. She could advise, help on a few things here and there if she's asked to. And this is why I hope the Fight Network take Dixie out. They need to. To be honest, she has been there from the start, but what she's doing now, since Hogan era onwards, she's made a cancer in TNA. Because the match qualities have been brilliant. It's everything around it. You know, I do believe that she should let Billy Corgan take it over, or even bring Vince Russo back. So this is the thing. The Fight Network could say, right, Dixie, you're working at Nashville. We're bringing Billy Corgan in. He's running the company, and that would work. But they're not. It does worry. I'm extremely worried about the network deals because we currently do not get TNA in. Well, they don't get TNA in Australia at the minute. There's no network now. The UK is losing its network. Challenge have already said the 1st of January is the last of it. But what annoys me, and I don't know if it's TNA or if this is Challenge, okay? I'm not putting blame on which one it is. But on Challenge, we're getting the best of TNA, then the Hardy compound, where in America, they've just had Impact, the last Impact that we've watched. They're having the Hardy compound, then the best. Why is Challenge doing that? Doesn't make sense to me. Because what they should be doing is continue the same Hardy, and then the last very show could have had the best of 2016, and at the end of the package they could have gone, thank you TNA. And that'd be a way to end it off. So I will not be watching Non-Stop Deletion on January the 1st because there's a lot of people in America that would have already watched it. All the spoilers would be out, so I will be finding another way to watch it sooner because I need to see it sooner because I've got to come on here and do a review about it. It is something I'm looking forward to because it is something different. I have asked one of my friends, Keegan, who you might know from the Lucha Underground show. He may, I'm going to say may because it all depends on his work schedule, may be joining us to discuss the production and looking at similes with the way Lucha Underground is done, with the way they're doing the Non-Stop Deletion. A lot of stuff to come. We're also going to be looking at starting opening the shop on the website. We are going to be doing to download a wallpaper. We're sorting that out at the minute, doing a desktop wallpaper and also phone wallpaper. When the intro is completed, I will be doing a download option of the intro to be able to use as a ringtone on your phone. I've got to look at how I get it on iTunes, and I've got to look at many things to sort it out so then it's accessible to everybody on any phone. So I've got to look at that. But that's the next thing, and it will be free to download our theme as well. I think that's it at the minute. Tomorrow we'll be back with Raw Talk and talk about everything Raw. I'm just making sure. Don't think I've missed anything. But I will say I am looking forward to Non-Stop Deletion. You know, that is one thing that I'm looking forward to. But I don't know what's going to happen after January. I don't know if I can still do these shows. It all depends if the UK get a new network, and if we don't, then you know, I don't know. But you will be updated via Twitter on the ongoings with what's happening with TNA Talk. So we will do cover the non-stop deletion, and then after that we would probably do a show. I don't think it would be on the 27th because, hang on the 26th, sorry, because that's the day after Christmas. We'll be off air for that day. I'm away anyway, so I'm going to be off for that day. So we're going to have deletion next week, and then after that we're going to have that Monday off, and then we'll be back again for the best of 2016, where I'm going to give my best matches of the year, talk about the year TNA's had, and talk about all of that. Or I might do that after after final deletion, we'll do final deletion, and then I'll restart the stream, and we're going to do the best of TNA and talk about my favourite matches, everything that's happened in the year, and everything like that. So, big thank you from me, your host, Ashley Friend, and you've been listening to Slam Down, and we'll see you again tomorrow.